which there never was. The enemy of all the spirit was his
But it reminded me why I like musical theater.
The costume was great, phenomenal lighting, sound. The work of Susan Hilford and Tony for designing these costumes, and Leah Tony for his magnificent scene design. Their work is extraordinary.
What I think is so interesting about Eugene is that he came in with a model at the very first meeting, which is pretty close to what we see on the stage now. There are lots of changes in detail, but his concept is the concept that you see.
I when we first walked in and saw the sets and knocked out through the floor, and that's pretty much how it was. The sets are very big. I understand this is a 14-truck tour. That's a lot of sets.
There's a lot of scenery that's built that the audience really never sees. There's lots of staircases and things to hold up some of the actual pieces of scenery. There's always twice as much scenery on stage that people ever see just to make the scenery that we do see as wonderful as it is.
The gears and pulleys that are naked to the eye as representative of the world that this wizard runs, where he has no power, it's all mechanical, except when the green girl reveals her magic and the world is magical. It also suggests a timelessness because it looks somewhat like the inner workings of a clock.
If you have a great costume, all you have to do is show up. It's one of the great secrets of acting. And Susan Hilford has created extraordinary costumes for the show.
A costume designer is a storyteller. I help create character. Everything I do has to be done in relationship to an actor. It's kind of like weaving. I've established the broad fabric about its kind of colors, where I want it to go, ultimately what I vision of the story is. And then each of the actors become a thread in this piece of fabric. So what I have to work with them is they figure out what this character is about. I'm not just looking at their clothes and saying, is the hat right, are the gloves right? I've got to constantly be asking myself, is this the right character choice?
I got choked up looking in the mirror because it's just all the man hours that go into it and the beating, and it's so magnificent. I was like, are you sure? I get to wear this?
This is a place where animals speak, so that you know that it's different. We're not in Kansas anymore. So there'll be top hats with two tops to them instead of one. You'll see how I picked up little bits of the turn of the century. There are lots of bits I took too from the dead slope illustrations of the Wizard of Oz books.
I wear a sort of a half mask, horns, a big nose. I am a goat. They're unusual costumes, unique patterns and unique angles, and they help create the magic of Oz.
We needed to create sort of this fantasy world with the makeup and with the hair and everything. I took basically the sketches that Susan had done, and I looked at the picture of the person that's playing the role, and then sort of sat there and just created a look that would work for them, but that was a little kind of funky and not so much just like a regular electrical makeup.
Wicked is a challenge wig-wise because everything is so individual. We still sit and make the wig like they did in the 18th century. You're maybe using 2 or 3 hairs at a time. There are over 90 wigs in the show, and one of the men, I think he has 6 wig changes, and so even the men have wigs.
There are wonders that I never see. It's all true and it's all free. Making peace down the place where we belong.
The relationship between the director and the choreographer is so intimate because, especially in a show like this, because you're never really sure what one person's job brings off in another when you get to.
When I first got involved with the show, I didn't know where the choreography fit in. It was so unusual. I thought that this had gone more into the modern dance form instead of Broadway theatrical dance. So it was really like taking character into consideration and finding some sort of quirky style.
Steven Schwartz did a wonderful job with the music. I defy you to listen to this score and not start bobbing your head, tapping your feet. It's very, very infectious.
I came across
some of my early sketches the other day, and I noticed that the tune for Defying Gravity was there. So I think pretty early I had a notion of what I was going to do.
His music is so smart. It's just a pleasure and a dream to sing his music.
Just even one day, I'm not sure there's ever been a musical that explored a friendship of two women like this.
Just standing in the back of the house and hearing that amazing band at the end of the show. It's just like being at a rock concert or something. I've been around a while and I've had my share of other things which have worked well, but this kind of response is pretty unusual.
It made us laugh, made us cry. Oh my God, I'm blowing my eyes out. I love it.
All of us have a little movement in us somewhere. Stephen and Lee and I have always known that there was something quite magical in this idea, but I don't think any of us were prepared for the overwhelming response of the audience and the overwhelming emotional impact it had on us.